Hi, it's Dwyer, GamblersAdvisory.com, here with some thoughts on the upcoming fight between Kelly Pavlik and Darryl Cunningham. Now, before I go further, just remember the opinion you should follow should be your own. Just consider this video to be a second opinion from a complete stranger online. You know, it's not every day that I come across a fighter whose record is as grossly overinflated as Darryl Cunningham. I would encourage everyone to go to boxrec.com, that's BOXREC.com, and take a look at Darryl Cunningham's level of opposition. Significantly, on BoxRec, you're going to see, next to each fight, you're going to see a series of squares, and they're colored either green or red. Now, those squares represent an opponent's last 6 fights, immediately preceding their fight with Darryl Cunningham. When the square is red, that means that the opponent lost that fight. Where the square is green, that means the opponent won the fight. Now, you're going to find out that Darryl Cunningham has fought guys who literally had lost their 6 preceding fights before fighting Darryl Cunningham. In fact, even his biggest fight, a fight against a gentleman named Antoine Eccles, pretty good fighter, you'll find that, and it was his biggest win, you'll find that Eccles had lost 5 of the 6 fights before fighting Darryl Cunningham. Now, when you look at the films of Darryl Cunningham, you're going to see that Darryl Cunningham doesn't move around the ring a lot. He's right in front of you. In other words, he's not going to be confused anytime soon with Bernard Hopkins, a fighter whose style gave Kelly Pavlik all kinds of problems. Right? Now, while Cunningham does have a pretty good punch, he actually knocked out Antoine Eccles, I just don't see how he's going to be able to cope with Kelly Pavlik's length, Kelly Pavlik's jab, and Kelly Pavlik has one of the better jabs in the sport, or Kelly Pavlik's power, and Kelly Pavlik does have one-punch KO power. Now, I did take Bernard Hopkins over Kelly Pavlik, Sergio Martinez over Kelly Pavlik, but understand Hopkins and Martinez are guys who can move around the ring. They force you to move your feet. Kelly Pavlik is much better when he's dealing with a guy who is right in front of him than when he's dealing with a guy who's able to dart in and out and who's coming in at angles. Because of the lack of quality of Darryl Cunningham's opposition, because of Kelly Pavlik's talent level and the fact that Pavlik can batter this guy with a jab without getting hit, he can keep this guy at arm's length, then he can come over with his brutal right hands, and he can also hook this guy and know that this guy's going to be right in front of him. In other words, he can lean into punches in a way that he can't when he's up against, let's say, a Sergio Martinez, who will take a step back while you're leaning into your punch, have you miss, and then come in and counter you to death. I don't think Darryl Cunningham has that skill set. My lead bet in this fight, because Cunningham does have a punch, is the under. Right? I think as long as that under is, let's say, around 8 rounds, I don't see how, quite frankly, Darryl Cunningham makes it to the 8th round, right? It's even better if that over-under is 9 rounds or more, right? I don't think that this fight goes the distance. I think somebody is going to get knocked out. My straddle on it is Pavlik simply to win. This fight is in Youngstown. Pavlik is before his folks. Now, while Kelly Pavlik and Youngstown seem to have a complicated relationship with each other, And while Kelly Pavlik has been tested in Youngstown by fighters like Marco Antonio Rubio, right? I believe that there is simply no way, given the skill sets of the fighters, that Darryl Cunningham can win a decision in Youngstown. If it goes to the scorecards, and I don't see that happening, I think somebody gets knocked out in this one. But if it goes to the scorecards, I think Kelly Pavlik wins on the scorecards as well. I'm expecting a Kelly Pavlik victory. I'm expecting him to do it by knockout. The under is, to me, a better way to play it than Pavlik by KO, because you also get the knockout from Darryl Cunningham if he's able to land a big punch. Let me also point out, too, I think Kelly Pavlik's skills are deteriorating. I know he was out of the ring with some out-of-the-ring issues, but the bottom line is, in his last fight, I'm not sure if I ever saw Kelly Pavlik get hit as many times other than the Hopkins fight and the Martinez fight. I'm not sure if I ever saw Kelly Pavlik get hit flush as many times as I did that last fight. And all I could say is, Father Time is the only unbeaten champion out there. Once your reflexes start to go, once you see punches coming but you don't have the reflexes anymore to get out of the way, then I think your end is nearer than you want to believe. So Kelly Pavlik has never been knocked out in his career. My point to you is simply, I don't believe Kelly Pavlik's reflexes have ever been worse in his career. I prefer the under to Pavlik by KO, even though I expect Kelly Pavlik to win this fight by KO. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments for me here on YouTube. Visit us at GamblersAdvisory.com. Simply put, I don't expect this fight to go the distance. I believe Cunningham has a puncher's chance. I expect Kelly Pavlik to win this fight by knockout. I like the under in this one. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.